here, back with Operation Valkyrie, United States and KMT turn for round 15. And boy, do we have something fun in store today. The British, American, and to a smaller extent the French High Command have all conspired and decided that today is the day. Operation Overlord shall commence. But before we get into that, let's do our tech rolls. Alright, so we have 5 tech rolls as usual. Currently, we're going for Airborne Doctrine, which is at stage 1, Amphibious Doctrine, which is at stage 2, Jet Fighters, which is at stage 3 and has a +2, and Strategic Rockets, which is at stage 2 and has a +1. But, as an additional technology, here, I'll just pan up for this real quick to show you guys. As an additional technology, we're going to go for Advanced Artillery. Probably not gonna get it by the end of the game since we're really nearing the end here. But it's something to keep rolling the dice for. So let's get rolling. First up will be Advanced Artillery. That's a 10, looking good there. So stage 1 for artillery. Here's Airborne Doctrine. That's a 12, looking real good there. Stage 2 for that. Amphibious Doctrine, an 11. Not too bad, not too bad. Stage 3 for that. Jet Fighters got a +2 to this. And well, it's an 8. An 8 gets it anyway. Completed technology there. And Strategic Rockets. 9 for this. And it's a 5. Very unfortunate. That's the one I'm sweating the most about, that's for dang sure. But let's move on to the purchase. So I was saving just a little money on the off chance that we got those Jet Fighters. So let me pull one out real quick. I probably just should have one grabbed. So now I got to assemble my little flight stand. But it's all good. All right, got it. So that will clean up the rest, or almost the rest of my money, I should say. That'll be, there's 10 and 12. So we're really spending a lot of money on not a lot of stuff. So, saving $1, lend leasing a tank destroyer to the French for 5, a fighter to the British for 10, purchasing a jet fighter for 12, getting 3 heavy battleships on stage 3 of the build chart for $6 each, so for a total of 18, and for $28 we are advancing 2 heavy battleships, 2 stages to be completed. So that's that. Now let's get into the combat. All right, so let's do the easier one for me to showcase first. So this is the Paris battle group, and these 3 bombers are going to be coming from Paris, going 1, 2 to northern Italy. They will be strategically bombing the factory and the airbase. The Axis has chosen to intercept, so we'll do that in a minute. Oh my goodness. Also, there are some discrepancies with my board right now. That's just because I'm finally getting back and I'm off of Tabletop Simulator. So it'll take me a little while to get my board completely up to date, and I wanted to get this turnout, so instead of holding all y'all up another day or two, I just adjusted what I needed to, and I'm just pulling the trigger. So yeah, we'll do that. Now let's get to the fun part. So, okay, let me show you how this is gonna work. This right here is going to be for the ships that are off the coast of Western Germany. So let's grab some ships. All right. Okay, so here's what is what. Gotta move all the way around the board. These 2 transports, 1, 2, 3 to Western Germany, along with, well, everything else. This seaplane is going to go to southern England during non-combat, but I just want to do that now so I don't forget. So this entire fleet will actually be headed there. It's just going to go over there for now. And those 2 transports will be picking up 2 infantry and 2 marines in total. And so then that's going to go on this other one. Then we have, we're gonna leave these 2 American transports just for a moment, but so all these British ships are also going to come with. We'll leave the transports because I'm going to show what they're picking up as well. These 2 transports. So Operation Overlord allows me to move with the British at the same time, so long as they haven't moved this turn. And I was careful not to move pretty much anything of the British this turn. So these 2 transports are going to pick up 1, 2, 3, and one of the British Marines in London is going to come down 1, 2. Then, oopsie daisies. And let me just shift you down a little bit so you can see a little better. All right, so I've got 2 transports here as well. This British transport is going to pick up 1 American and the other British naval infantry, the Marine. And then go 1, 2. And lastly, this British transport 1, 2 also joins, and it will pick up, let's go 1 more American Marine and 1 American infantry. That sounds pretty good. And then of course these planes right here will be engaging, but let me come to the other side of the board real quick, just because then I can see what you're seeing and it'll make a little more sense for me as well. All right, so this tactical bomber 1, 2, 3 to Western Germany with long-range aircraft and an air base. It still has 3 movement, as well as the 2 fighters. In case it wasn't too terribly clear, the reason that the rest of the British are sitting tight right there is because they were just placed this turn, and Operation Overlord, like I said, you have to have not moved it or just placed it. It has to have been sitting around for a bit. So now we'll shift. Actually, let's just shift back towards Paris. The British Air Force will come as well, which will be another tactical bomber and 2 more fighters. But we can't leave out this tactical bomber at Normandy. No. He wants in on the fight as well. And that's it from me. That's everything, and it's quite a bit. So let me organize this just a little bit on the naval battle board real quick, and then I'll show this to you. Got our offensive ships on this side, and then our transports will go on the other side. A couple of bombards, that'll be nice. Hopefully we get a hit, maybe even 2. All right. In total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total transports, bringing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, the math adds up. 12 land units, all infantry. Kind of unfortunate, but I haven't really been buying much else. So, and the guys from Paris also have 3 movement, so all of these will have 3 movement if they escape, and I kind of hope they do. All right, I'm just currently building the battle board right now, but I'll also show you the axis that has shown up. So we have 4 Italian infantry that railed this turn, and a German infantry, 4 advanced mechs, 4 SS Panzer Grenadiers. Got another little base for those guys. 2 Tigers and 2 jets. Major foe decided to scramble from Berlin, so we'll see if that pays off for him or not. And we've got this guy, this big old tile. All right, 12 units landing. Able to take 5 before running into double casualties. You know what? I'd rather be half and half. We're gonna put this American infantry back in Picardy and swap it out for the naval infantry in Picardy. So there, 6 and 6. Now I can take 6 hits. I feel a little better. Feel a little better about 6 hits being able to be taken, just in case things go not quite in my favor on the first round. So here I've got some dice here for this. So that's 6 there because there's 12, and so it's rolled out a couple of times. There's the fighters and the tactical bombers. All right, definitely need some luck on my side for that, but let's do the strategic bombing first. So these bombers here, I won't battle board this just because it's pretty easy. Oops, Jesus dropped the dice there. Okay, up against the 2 intercepting Italian aircraft. Okay, so here are my strategic bombers. This one specifically is a dice from America, and then these ones are just regular old red dice from HBG. So if this one needs a crosshair to hit, and these ones need a 1 or a 2 to hit. And then those are 3s for the Italians. So here we go. The first, the strategic bomber's up first, and that's a hit. That's a 2 from one of the heavy strategic bombers, so the Italians lose a fighter, and let's see if they hit back. They do not. That's 2 8s. All right, this guy comes off. Sorry, Mussolini. But don't worry, it's not over yet. So I talked with Major Foe about this. How we're doing this is everybody intercepted everybody right off the bat, and then the bombers break off and go bomb what they want. And I already told him earlier that I was going to do 1 heavy strategic bomber on the factory, and then 1 regular strategic bomber and 1 heavy on the airbase. So that's how we're playing it. If it's not quite correct, feel free to let us know, but that's what we kind of decided was, well, with our reading of the rules. So this will be for, well, actually no, I roll the damage first and then I do anti-aircraft. So here comes the factory first. Ooh, not great damage, that's for sure. 7 total damage. And now the anti-aircraft. Oh boy, that hit. All right. 1 heavy bomber has gone down. And now on the airbase, so here's the heavy bomber. That's 11 damage was already, you know what, that's already max damage. Let's just roll it. Let's just roll at the anti-aircraft now. 1 more hit. Jeez, that's killer on the strategic bombers. So now I lose a regular strategic bomber, and I fly the heavy back home to Paris, to home base in Paris. All right, definitely gonna need some more of those guys lining up to fight. Okay, nice shooting on the AA. That was a long time coming. So now let's get into the main event. So I'll chip that out real quick, just the damage on the airbase. I think it was, yeah. Oh well, I'll look back at the video. I'm pretty sure it was 7 on the factory and 6 on the airbase because it can only take 6. But I'll look back and tell the guys later. So, very fun. Now, onto the main event. So, here is what we're going to do. Let's get some more dice out for the hit trackers. Okay. So, those are the target select hits for them, and then other hits. And then same for me, kind of like how they do it on Tabletop Simulator, so I'm just gonna put those over here, and regular hits for me. So, let's go through the lineup one more time. 5 total infantry, 4 advanced mechanized, and 4 SS. 2 Tigers, 2 Jets, up against 12 infantry class, 6 are Marines, 4 fighters, and 3 tactical bombers. But I do have some bombards, so let's resolve those first. Here are the 2 heavy cruisers, looking at 2 or less. 1 hit, that's a first strike. All right. Okay, we'll just put that guy up there for now. And then the battleships, looking for 4s or lesses. 2 more hits. All right, the opening salvo. That is great. So let's go take off some hits before we get this started. So 1, 2, and 3. Go to the dead pile early, and then those dice will go with them. All right. Well, let's get rolling some dice then. So first up are some landing infantry. Let me just check real quick to see if yeah, I don't think, yes, all right, Marines from attack transports get a +1, not regular Marines. So yeah, let's get into this. These are all 2s. This will be half of the infantry. Not a single hit there. Here's the other half of the infantry. Not a single hit there. All right, well, good job, guys. At least the defenses were softened up for you. All right, so here come the fighters, and these guys are hoping to score some hits against the jets. So here goes. Only 1 hit against the jet. Unfortunate. Okay, so we'll just move that guy back real quick just so that we don't forget. All right, that jet is gonna wreak havoc, I just know it. And the tactical bombers. 1 target select and 2 regular hits. So, target select the Tiger tank, of course, and then 2 regular hits on the infantry. Okay, so that was that. Now let's see how bad it hurts. First up are the 2 infantry. Both of them are now out of the fight, but they still get a fight, and 1 hit. Okay, 1 hit on me, so we'll just do this. Take that to 1 hit. Now, the 8 dice for the mechanized units, all for 5s or less, but that didn't make it in, so here we go. 1, 2, 3 hits. So 3 more hits. As a way to incentivize my fellow players, who I play in person with, I say if it doesn't land in the dice tray, it doesn't count. That way we don't have dice flying and hitting everything, so they roll nicer. So all right, so that's those hits. Here are the Tiger tanks. Oh, both misses. That's unusual. And then we have the Jets. 1 hit, so the American fighter will go down. All right, so here, just moving everything to the dead pile now. All right, there's the dead pile. Oh, I gotta still take my hits off, so that was 4. And so I have to take off 2 American Marines and then 2 British Marines. All right, feeling good about the first round. Not too bad. Here's the lineup. Haven't touched the mechanized yet. 1 Tiger and 1 Jet left. And then I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 infantry left, 3 fighters and 3 tactical bombers. Okay, the battle is still young. Okay, here are my 8 infantry class units. Better. That's 2 hits. A 1 and a 2 there. I kind of messed up when I was picking it up, but it was a 1 and a 2. And yeah, that's it. So over here, we'll change this to a 2. Lose a dice on my fighters. So 3 fighters now. 1, 2, so 4 total hits now. And here come the tactical bombers. 1 target select and 1 standard hit, so that ticks it up to 5 standard hits and then a target select. So here we go. Okay, so 5 standard hits. That'll be all those guys and then 1 of those guys. And then target select, of course, the Tiger tank. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 for the mechanized units. Only 3 of them we'll see next turn. 5 or less, 5 or less. Ooh, way better. That's a really good roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 6 hurts. 6 definitely hurts. And then the Tiger tank. 1 vehicle class target select, so it doesn't particularly matter anyway. I think I said 6 hits there, so that'll be the 7th hit then. And the jet fighter, a miss. Okay. So let's see. Not looking so good, but I don't know, maybe we can salvage it. So these guys all die. The Tiger dies. And so then 7 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 4 more hits there. 4 more. I'll chance it. We'll see what happens. I know I'm definitely going to get more than 1 hit, that's for sure. So I'm ready to take some aircraft off, I guess. Okay, so last American Marine. Misses. 3 British fighters. 2 hits. Here it is. There it is, there's the 2. And see if we can do it. Need 2 more hits with these tactical bombers. And that's 2 more hits. So that's everything that I need to wipe out the territory. Now let's just see how bad. So, roll it all together. Jet for 8, 5s for the mechanized. 3 hits, 3 hits. All right, I don't think it's quite worth it to take the territory, that's for sure. So 1 Marine and 2 American tactical bombers will be the ones who sacrifice themselves for that. So all that survives in the battle and is returning to Paris is the British Air Force. There. And these have all perished. That was a tough battle, that's for sure. Okay, so both of these come off. In Paris, land, I think, yeah, I already landed the heavy bomber, and so then here are the survivors of D-Day. Okay. And then let's get on to non-combat. Yeah, this video is turning out to be a long one, but I kind of expected that, so no worries here. Let's go to the Pacific first, because we haven't even looked over there yet this turn. So, 2 battleships, move up. Nothing's in port. We're just kind of daring the Japanese. Because, I mean, we all remember what happened at Pearl Harbor last time. And that's it for the Pacific. Pretty easy. Then here we're going to take, let's see, yeah. We'll take the American forces and we'll slide down into Paris. Really can't be having that get captured, so yeah, we'll do that. And then, yeah, so the fleet didn't need to catch any possible fighters that, or possible aircraft that didn't make it. So that fleet carrier will just have to sit there without any fighters for the moment. But here we go, let's do this. These transports up here, we gotta start getting some guys back, so we'll strategic naval move these 2. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all right, I feel like my North American part of this board might be a little bit off. So I'll check on it and I'll tell the guys what's all going on here. But I do know that this bomber is here and he'll fly to Paris. I think he can make it to Paris, so let me just check real quick. So coming out of New England, so let's back up for this real quick. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. It's got long-range aircraft. Can totally make it. All right. The defense of Paris is, well, highly prioritized, I suppose you could say. And yeah, all right. That looks like it's it for me. Let's do some placement here. So we'll bring over the Lend-Lease and stuff that's getting placed in the Atlantic. All right, the French tank destroyer that's being Lend-Leased goes into Picardy, and the American jet fighter and British fighter are both in London. Okay. And now let's head over to the Pacific. Well, I suppose first of all, these 3 battleships will be laid down in Stage 3. And these 2, oopsie daisies, will be laid down off the coast of San Francisco, which now makes the Japanese and Americans even in terms of capital ship points for both, what are they called? Big Blue Fleet and Kido Butai, so Japan no longer gets that for the time being. But boy, are we racing for that victory objective. All right, yep, I've placed. I'll collect, saved $1, and that's to my usual 61 plus 12 for 73. So I'll again have 74. No, no fluff there. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm glad to be back playing on the board, the physical board, that is. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Now on to Major Foe for. I'll do one last cut, one last slide. Turn 16, the last turn we have before rolling for variable end. All right, thanks for bearing with me, everybody. See you when it's their turn. Bye. Hey everyone. Yes, I'm back. I was able to get my turnout to the guys for some vetting before I published it, and they did notice a few mistakes. We'll do the quicker one first. It was pointed out that ships cannot be advanced 2 stages after they're already on the board. It has to be from the very beginning. So instead what we're going to do is advance them from stage 3 to stage 2, these 2 guys specifically, but then use that $28 for the 2-stage advance to go to stage 2 there. So now we'll have 1 heavy battleship on stage 3 and 4 on stage 2. And now for the bigger one. I was mistaken in how many mechanized units were here. I actually somehow doubled them. So there's only 2 advanced mechs and 2 SS Panzer Grenadiers. So, talked with Major Foe about a good way to redo this, and what we decided was just re-roll those dice, make it easy. And so that does only make it 2 rounds of combat with those 4 less units. I did have, the 3rd round had 4 units, so alright, here's how this worked. 2 hits were scored by, shucks, let's see, alright, so 2 hits are scored. Is that right? No, I don't think that's right. I think there was only 1 hit scored by an infantry, and then 1 hit scored by a jet for the for the Germans. But I'll go back. That's a super easy fix right there. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a place to set this down, but there's really no good place because I'm on the edge of my table. So for the Axis side, 1 hit scored by an infantry, and then 1 hit scored by a jet. So that's a air supremacy. I had 2 hits scored regular. Those were by the tactical bombers. 3 shore bombarding hits, 1 target select hit from a tactical bomber, and then 1 air supremacy hit from a fighter. So here's how this kind of breaks down. I lose 1 Marine and 1 fighter, so that clears up those 2 hits. And then, so then there's 3 hits, first strikes, so those guys are taken off and pushed away. 2 standard hits, there's the 2 infantry taken off, 1 target select, Tiger tank, and 1 air supremacy, 1 of the jets. So now what I have to do is roll for these mechanized at either 5 or less, and see how much damage they do. Two. 7 and a 10 miss, a 5 and a 3 hit. So that ticks it now up to 3 total regular hits. Which means I push back 1 more Marine, 1 more British Marine, and then an American Marine. And I'm not going to worry about rolling extra dice since there's now more Americans that are in the field. I've already scored. I'll show you what the next round of combat looks like. And so I got 1 target select. So okay, so I'm not supposed to here. Let's take out the dead real quick. Let's do that. So these two Marines and this American Marine, as well as this American fighter, all are in the dead pile now, as are these two infantry, this Tiger tank, and this jet. So now if we look at here, I have 5 regular hits and a target select, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a 6th hit. So I mean target select and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, that's that. And then they dealt 1 regular hit, and that was from the tank, I believe. The jet fighter missed, so then one hit will be taken on the British mountain infantry. And now we'll roll for the remaining, and I think I'll probably just take the territory. So here are the remaining mechs. A little better, 3 hits that time. Okay, so with those 3 hits, might as well just do 3 infantry. And so then I do take the territory with 5 American infantry class units. So here I'll go over here. Also, the seaplane is now taken off the board. All right. So let me grab an American flag. Put that up there in Western Germany. America will collect an additional $4 this turn because of that, and then the Germans will go down $4. There we go. So instead of collecting 74, the Americans will add $4 to that to make it 78. Very fun, very fun. And then all of these aircraft, I believe, will land back in Paris, aside from 1 American tactical bomber that didn't have the range, and that was the one in Normandy. Yeah, let me check, cause so 1, yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's only got 2 movement left, not even enough to get to London, so it'll just land on the carrier. And that will be the end of my turn. Then I'll show you the Paris just gets an additional tactical bomber from the last time. There's that, and then there's the fleet. So yeah, well everyone, I'll tag this on to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Now I'll hand it over to Major Foe, and I'll continue adjusting my board so that's even more correct for my next turn. All right, thanks for watching everybody. Major Foe, good luck buddy.